Yo, how's it going? I doubt anybody's even watching, but guess we'll go ahead and get started then, since nobody's here. If I had to guess, yeah.
Why you don't try make a VR game? Or you can't do that? So last time someone challenged me.
Oh, hey Supernova, what's going on? Let me quickly pin something in the YouTube chat. Only Twitch chat will be displayed on the screen, but I will. Only Twitch chat will be displayed on the screen, but I will be reading both. So yeah. Anyways, get started, I guess.
This, I ended up working on a fully fledged Steam release.
By the way, if anybody wants me to explain, the strategy I'm using, as always, let me know and I'll tell you.
On Steam, which is really stupid. Anyway, I can't let Mr. Guy Fam roast me like this and just get away with it. There's just one tiny problem. VR headsets are expensive and I don't have one. Well, actually I do. I made one, but we don't really talk about that around here. Yeah. So anyway, I'm not gonna waste $700 on a VR headset just to win an argument. That would be stupid, and I'm gonna be the bigger man here, and psych, you think you can roast me and get away with it? Hell no, I'm gonna make you eat up your words, you little piece of shit. No, Danny, you can't just buy a VR headset to win an argument. Haha, money go brrr. FBI, open up! What the f is going on? Oh, thank you, sir. Wow, guys, I can't believe FBI delivered my Oculus. Oh, fuck. So if you don't know what a VR headset is, it means virtual reality. So basically, it's just reality in virtual. Yeah, you're welcome. Explanations. Ever wanted to cut a plank? Well, now you can. Drive a truck around for hours with nothing in return? Yes, sir. Wash someone else's car without getting paid? Abso-freaking-lutely. Now, some of you boomers might be saying, why not just wash a car in real life and actually get paid? Okay, listen up. That's actually kind of a good idea. But no, what really makes VR fun is doing things you can't do in real life. You can cut flying blocks to the beat of the music, throw ninja stars at Red Boys because Red Boys, slay dragons, whatever this is, and much more, all from home using a single headset. So how does it work? Well, I'm glad you asked. I have no idea. Anyway, let's get to work. And when I say get to work, I mean play Beat Saber for 11 hours until I pass out on the floor, then wake up the next morning and get to work. And when I say get to work, I mean play Beat Saber. Now there's just one tiny whiny little problem. I don't know how to make a VR game, which is kind of essential when you're making a VR game. So So first we install this app for the headset. Make sure to read the terms and conditions. Said no one ever. Next. Then we make a new project in Unity, which is the game engine I'll be using. Import OpenXR, and we're ready to get to work. And when I say get to work, I mean play Beat Sabers for 11 more hours and pass out. So first off, I added some basic shapes and colors, along with a bean. And the bean represents the player. And just like that, I can now look around at the shapes. Now, I might look really dumb here, and that's probably because I am really dumb. So there's that, but it's also actually kind of cool. And now we need some hands, because currently I only have my face, which doesn't have hands. And fortunately for us, I got my hands on some hands, because Oculus has released some free hand models we can use. So I'm just gonna go ahead and yoink. Then I found a tutorial on YouTube on how to set up hands by Valem, and just like that, we have hands. And I know, it's pretty incredible. I bet you wish you had hands too, but you know, maybe one day. The next step is of course to build my office in VR. Now the hardest part about this was getting all of the sizes correct, but after a lot of testing I got it done. I don't really know why I went through all of the trouble of doing this, but drinking milk and destroying my office in VR just kinda had its charm, I guess. It was pretty cool. I also tried to learn how to juggle and eventually simultaneously juggled 3 balls with ease. Anyway, let's get a bit more spicy. Now, unless you live in America, you probably don't have a 9mm pistol loaded with freedom lying around. I certainly don't, but in VR, you can do that. So, let's add a gun. First I did some coding for it, and then I added the gun model. Then I made some particles using Unity's particle system, and just like that, we can now express our freedom and greatness in all its glory.
Sorry, I thought my microphone was
practice,
muted.
I'm now ready for
setting
setting up a grappling gun. So we got some quick code for the grappling gun done, and we can now swing around, which is really fun to do, but one thing about VR is that it feels very real, and it can make you really motion sick, and I got really motion sick. Then I added a robot from my game Karlson, which you can wish this on Steam by the way. And is it just me? Or is he looking kind of thick? Why don't you bend over for me, thick boy? Look at that sweet. Ow, pow, pow. What a nice day to do some code. Now, what the fuck? Johnny, what the fuck are you doing? Getting stupid. Look what you did. You ruined everything. Oh, you want to fight? You trying to catch these hands? Pow! Yeah, how's that? You want some more? Why don't you take some milk? Okay, so we're now experts at VR and spanking robots. So let's make our first VR game. I started a new Unity project and got my hands in there. And the idea for my game is that you play as an enormous giant, just like your mom. So the first problem I encountered is that your hands just go through the ground, which is kind of lame because I want to be able to just slam dunk into the ground. I fixed this by just making the hands their own physics objects, and now you can slam dunk all you want. But something's missing, so of course I made some particles using Unity's particle system, and just like that, the slam dunk looks kind of good. I also added the ability to grab rocks from the hill. Not really sure why, I just kind of wanted to grab some rocks, you know? And now you can combine the mechanics. So if you slam dunk a rock, it's thrown up into the air, and then you can grab it and throw it. But Mama always told me, what's the point of throwing rocks if you don't have anyone to throw the rocks at? She totally didn't say that, but we need an enemy, so I'm just gonna go ahead and recycle the player model I made for my game Milkman Karlson and turn it into a caveman or something. Ooga booga. Also, isn't he kind of thick? Anyway, I put the caveman into the game and you can now smash them like rocks and throw them around. Now you might say, what's the point? Isn't this kind of stupid? And to that I say this. Yes, it absolutely goddamn frickin' is. Very stupid. But also playing with ragdolls is very fun, so, yeah. I also gave them a more distinct look so they don't blend in with the background so much, and this was done following a cell shader tutorial from Daniel Illette. And when I say following a tutorial, I mean... Hippity hoppity, your code is now my property. And just like that, we have a pretty cool shader. Daniel has a YouTube channel with some shader tutorials, so make sure to check it out. Anyway, I started making a run animation because it's kind of scary when they just stand still and T-pose at me. Also did some more code and made some particles, and here we go. Ah, what a beautiful day to smash some tiny humans. Kobe, boom! Get over here, get this rock going. Say hello to my 2 friends, right hand and left hand. Boom! Nice to meet ya. I did run into an issue though, where if you destroy an object that you're holding, you get a lot of errors. Like, a lot of errors. So I just found the code that was telling me there was an error, and And we're good to go. Everything's working fine. Anyway, to make the game come together a little more, I made a new stage, which is like an island, and added some randomly generated terrain, like rocks and trees, and we now have some better looking gameplay. There is, however, a problem. Currently, the cavemen running around are only seeing floating hands attacking them, which it's a bit weird and unfair to them. But this is easy to fix, so I made a giant caveman and connected his head to my head, and here we go. Yeah, so that didn't really work out, but I fixed it, and it now looks a bit better, but it's still really weird, and the legs are sort of just flopping everywhere, so I don't really know. And currently, the enemies are just running around, not really fighting back, so I decided to give them a weapon, and what weapon, you might ask? Bean! Oh, hey, little guy. Oh, you got a bean? Oh, no, I'm so scared. Oh, wait, what the frick is this? Stop! I also gave some of them the high-tech omnidirectional bean gear. They can use this to swing around and grapple to the player and attack, which is a totally original invention by me, of course, not inspired by anything. What do you mean? Don't worry, everybody, it's me.
Sorry, I heard somebody coming outside. Okay, never mind.
Aaron Yeager, I'll take care of that Titan. I might be having a bit too much fun playing around with this. Maybe. Just maybe. And finally, I added a turret, some sound effects, a main menu, death screen, and more maps. And just like that, my first VR game is done, and it's terrible. So yeah, I still don't really know what the game is about. You just kind of smash small cavemen with a mix of Attack on Titan in there and also Bean. But I thought it was fun, and I learned a lot about VR and other stuff, so that's pretty cool. If you want to try the game for yourself, I'll try to provide a link in the description. But I'm currently moving apartments in like 2 days, and I haven't even started packing yet because I was busy smashing cavemen, spanking robots, working on this video, and playing Beat Saber. So the link might not be ready yet, but I'll try to get it out as soon as possible. Also keep in mind the game is pretty bad. It's not really polished at all, and not really meant for anyone else to play. So I just didn't have time for that, so don't expect much if the link is up. Obviously you need a VR headset to play this, and I couldn't really think of a way to make it very playable for PC players, unfortunately, so just keep that in mind. That's it for me though. Make sure to smash subscribe for more garbage and follow me on social media, links down below. Also, thanks a lot for watching, you're great, and as always, drink milk, hit Billy, and beat your will. It's time for Game Jam!
Why did the subtitles say time for game jam? Why are subtitles?
A game jam is where you compete against others to create a game as fast as you can within a given time limit. I've made like 100 videos on different game jams already, but I can still milk this cow a little more, and I just so happen to like milk, so I ain't stopping anytime soon. Today is Bracky's game jam with about 9,000 other participants.
One moment, I gotta do something real quick. Back. Sorry, I had to close the door because it was open for some reason.
Making it the second largest jam in the entire world, right next to my grandma's jam, because my god, that's one hell of a jam. Anyway, let's get started on our game. This is gonna be fun. So before we get to it, I'm just gonna go ahead and move across the entire goddamn continent. 10-hour drive. See you later, nerds. Oh, new apartment. What's up, boys? Why is there so many boxes everywhere? I'll just go to IKEA, buy some furniture. No, god, there's more boxes now. I'm gonna go sleep. So I woke up 4 days later, and it seems we only have 3 days left to finish a 7-day game. But that's no problem if I just don't sleep. So I busted out the vitamin bears and milk. A lot of milk. And with milk and vitamin bears flowing through my veins, it's time to get to work. The theme for the game jam is rewind. Yeah.
It's rewind time.
So I wrote down some ideas and thoughts, which is probably the most thinking I've done this whole year. I settled on making a game where you replay the same level several times, but every time you do, there's a change in the map or your abilities. So I set up a list with everything to do on Trello.com, and I swear to God, stop asking me what this website... Stop! I said stop! Shut! So I started a new Unity project, opened it up, and added Bean. The bean represents the player, and since we don't really have a whole lot of time, I'm just gonna go ahead and yoink the movement from my game Karlson into this game. Karlson is a game I'm working on, by the way, which you can wishlist on Steam. I'm just saying, we're currently the 28th most wishlisted game in the world, so let's get to number 1, baby! Anyway, we now have basic movement, and you can pick up abilities like double jump, which allows you to complete the level. But it looks kind of bad, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do some more programming. Python in Photoshop, particles using Unity's particle system, more code, post-processing, and boom! Just like that, it kind of looks good, my guy. Oh no, look at this big old gap. There's no way I can jump that. Oof. Oh wait, what's this? A mother freaking double jump? Wow, that's so convenient. Now I can clear the jump easy. My god. So yeah, that's like the general idea of the game. But as you can probably tell, the game is looking kind of terrible right now. So we need some textures. So I found cc0textures.com with a lot of cool textures, and would you look at that? This one is perfect. Alrighty, don't mind me. I'ma just go ahead and roses are red, violets are blue. Yoink! That didn't rhyme. Anyway, make sure to check out cc0textures.com. Really cool textures, and it's completely free. So yeah, here's what the new graphics look like. I'm going for a super simple, kind of dreamy style something. Like, most of the time, I have no idea what I'm actually doing. But it's like 2 AM right now. I'm dying inside, so I'm gonna go hit the sack. So I woke up the second day, and my brain was like, hey, let's add some swords to the game. So now we're gonna be adding sword combat to the game, apparently. Never done that before, but hey, you know what they say? Swords are cool. So first I modeled a sword in Blender, and then I modeled an arm, because holding a sword without an arm is usually kinda hard. And there it is, boys, a sword and a hand. Now we just gotta find a way to connect them, you feel me? So we're just gonna go ahead and wrap those fingers around, and also, what the f is going on with that pinky finger? Is it just me, or is it looking kinda thin? Anyway, eventually I wrapped all of his fingers around, however, the thumb ended up being kind of broken. Yeah. Then I made a few animations, some particles using Unity's particle system, and here we have the basic sword mechanics. You can block by holding right click, and you can even throw the sword, which apparently doesn't work at all. Okay. The sword fighting is heavily inspired by a game I saw called Shady Knight, and it's got some really cool mechanics. Anyway, we have now created the most terrifying bean this world has ever seen. But what's the point of a killer bean if there's no one to kill? That kind of just makes him a bean, and that kind of sucks. So I made an enemy model, and when I say made, I mean just reused a model from like half a year ago, because I can. So anyway, I added him into the game, and he's pretty fun to play around with, since he's completely physics-based and also really dumb, which kind of reminds me of someone else I know actually, but can't quite place my finger on who it is. Okay guys, this is literally me when drinking all of the secret milk under the sink. Guys, smash like if this is relatable, guys, and also if this is totally you guys when you drink the milk and you are Then we just do a bit of this, and we now have some sword combat stuff. Slicing red boys is pretty fun because red boys. Now, swords are pretty cool and all, but have you ever tried bow? But here's the problem, shooting arrows require trajectory prediction, and I can't remember anything from physics classes in high school, so... And by giving this formula to the enemy, he can now calculate the angle and speed he needs to shoot to hit the player. Then we just make a bow model in Blender, and hold up, is it just me or is it looking kind of thick? And just like that, we have an archer enemy, who is really annoying, by the way, because I think I made him a bit too accurate. Oh boy, what a lovely what's that sound? Anyway, that's the end of day 2. I'm slowly losing my sanity, so I'm gonna go hit the sack now. It's the final day, and we have a lot of things to do. So first off, I started making maps, because there are no maps in the game, and it's, you know, just kinda important. Otherwise, we don't have a f***ing game. So anyway, I made a mini-boss as well, who is really big and fat. So I think I'm gonna call him your mom. Then I made a spike trap, which was a bad idea, because I've walked into it like 500 times already, so... Yeah, me, am I right? Also made some areas where you have to defeat all of the enemies to proceed. And then put together a main menu so you can actually play the game, because, you know, that's kind of cool. And of course, a tutorial level for all of you who aren't epic gamers like me. I mean, personally, I've never needed a tutorial in my entire life. Oh. Level 1, easy. I'm a pro gamer, so this will be no tutorials are for noobs. Fair enough. I'm dead. I should have read a tutorial. Okay, we need to go back. Anyway, we need some music, so I hit up my friend. I need some music. My friend is the guy who's making music for my game Karlson, and if you don't know what Karlson is, it's actually a game I'm working on, which you can wishlist right now. We're trying to get to the #1 spot, so make sure you hit wishlist right now. Anyway, he whipped out a sick-ass track in like 2 days. Kind of gives me some Donkey Kong vibes. Absolute banger, so go check it out on his channel with some exclusive artwork for the game, link down below, very cool. The only thing missing now is a little bit more juice. I really enjoy sound design, and it will definitely make anything stand out way more, so yeah, sound cool. I also gave it some juice in the form of oomph by adding some hit markers, screen shake, and a little text pop up whenever you kill enemies. Get over here, bam! Oh, wow! No, dunk! Say hello to my little friend, slam dunk, baby! Yeah! Then I decided, for some reason, to hide milk on every single level. It's 7 AM right now. I'm so tired. Somebody send help, please. This is not a joke. I actually need help. Somebody send help, please. I also did some final playtesting to make sure everything works fine, which it absolutely did not. It's a goddamn mess out here, and we only have like 3 hours to fix it. So, uh-oh. And finally, I made some art, icons, screenshots, and everything else needed for the game page. Then uploaded everything to itch.io and submitted with like 40 minutes remaining, and it feels kind of bad to waste 40 minutes, but I've also been awake for like 27 hours straight programming, and I'm dead inside. So it's finally time to hit the sack. I got up the next day after sleeping for a whooping 2 hours, and apparently the game is already on speedrun.com, and there's a speedrunning Discord and some pretty insane runs of the game already. You guys are weird. Anyway, the game is absolutely free to download. There's a link in the description down below if you want to check it out for yourself. Also, just to clarify this, I'm withdrawing from the competition. I'm no longer competing because my game is getting a lot of ratings simply because they know who I am, which feels unfair to everyone else who joined the game jam, and it's just weird. But it's not a big deal at all because game jams are all about having fun, learning new skills, not sleeping at all, and dying inside, all of which I did. So yeah, I'm satisfied. Anyway, check out the game if you're interested. Also check out the music my friend provided. Make sure you watch this video and follow me on all of my other social media or get smacked. Links down below. Also, have you heard about this game called Karlson? You can wish this it on Steam right now. We're trying to get to the #1 wishes spot, so make sure you wish this Karlson on Steam right now. Thanks a lot for watching. You guys are all epic gamers. Smash like if you like, smash dislike if you don't. Also, isn't that subscribe button looking kind of thick? I'm just saying, you know, just putting it out there. You should probably press it. Only 36% of you guys are subbed. What the fuck? Anyway, drink your milk, hit Billy, and beat your goddamn will. Whoops. This is supposed to be a bow. Yeah, I didn't think this through. So Fall Guys was released a month ago, and lately everyone has been playing it. But what you're looking at right now is not Fall Guys. No, this is Bean Guys. So here's the problem. I want to play Fall Guys, but I spent all of my money buying milk. So, of course, the only logical solution here is to make
Hi, I'm
my
back.
own
How much money do
version
you
of
have
Fall
now?
Guys.
Let me check real quick, Nino. 63,653. I already reached the 10,000 that I wanted to get for today, so I already reached 60,000. This is my third stream today. I'm just doing it because I didn't really have anything else to do today. Figured why not, you know. I can't think of anything else to do right now, so. But yeah.
Do it in a week because I like to suffer. The first step to making a Fall Guys clone is bean. Since, well, the players are shaped like beans, and Fall Guys actually posted a picture on Twitter of the bean they use for the players, so don't mind if I do. And by using this reference image, we can make a perfect copy of the Fall Guy model. But then I remembered, I'm not very good at making models. So, yeah, Anyway, our bean character needs some bones. Oh! And just like that, he grew some strong and healthy bones. Drink your milk, kids. And we now have our bean ready to go. Now, the second step to making a Fall Guys clone and tricking people into thinking it's real is physics. We have to make the beans move around, fall over, and whatever else beans do. Now, adding good physics is pretty hard, but don't worry, I have it all under control. First off, I made a run animation, and by using a blend tree, we can smoothly transition between running in different directions. So now, all we gotta do is program some simple movement, and there we go, it's not working at all. Okay, so we got the basic movement, but it's not really a Fall Guys clone unless we add ragdolls and annoying physics. And we're in luck, because I just so happen to be an expert at making ragdolls, so this shouldn't really take me more than 5 minutes. No, that's... What? Why? Why are you like this? What do you do? What is that? What the fuck is this? What did I do? What? Okay. Whew. That was easy. Totally took me 5 minutes and not 5 hours. Yeah, so now that the ragdolls are working flawlessly and it looks totally natural, we can finally move on. So the third part to making Fall Guys is moving platforms, donuts of doom, 3D circles, and purple slime. Purple slime. Yeah. So ramps are already working pretty good and don't need much work, but moving platforms are not really functioning at all. To fix this, we can just keep track of any moving objects we're standing on top of and then move along with it. And by doing this, moving platforms are now working fine. I also added support for rotating platforms, and it all functions very well now. Anyway, so whenever you jump in Fall Guys, there's smoke particles. So we can replicate this effect using Unity's particle system, a great system that can make all of your problems go away. And just like that, we have a jump effect. Now there's also an effect whenever you land or bump into other players, but this one is a bit more tricky. However, that's no problem for Unity's particle system, a great system that... So first we make a circle sprite in Photoshop, then we make it expand with the particle system. We then do the same thing with a simple line, and here is the result. We can also make the game look much better by adding some simple post-processing. And wait, what's this? Thickness modifier? Oh no, is it just me or is this looking kinda thick? Anyway, here's the before and after comparisons of the post-processing. Girls without makeup, girls with makeup. Now our bean is, it's just kind of a sad sight, so I want to remake him. And what do you know, while randomly watching a behind the scenes video, I found just what I was looking for, so, duh.
What the heck?
And since we now have a front and side view, it's gonna be much easier to clone the Bean Guy model. Also, while I'm making this model, fun fact, did you know that a Fall Guy bean is 183 centimeters tall? So they're actually really big and fat blobs, like your mom. Anyway, here's the result of the new Bean Guy, and is it just me, or is he looking kind? So I replaced the old bean with this new one, and let's see how it works. Oh, what the fuck? And there we go. Works like a charm. I also put together a lot of obstacles, but it still feels very empty. So the fourth part of making Fall Guys is sound effects. Now, Fall Guys just kind of sounds like you threw 50 Smurfs into a blender, and it can't really be that hard to replicate, right? So since I absolutely hate myself, I'm gonna do it using my own beautiful voice. Then we just do some processing on that audio and, well, at least I tried, and that's what matters, right? Now, we also need some music, so I hit up my boy Evan King and asked him nicely to make some music for the game.
Hey Evan King, make music for me. For eternal pain and suffering.
And he made 2 banging remixes of the Fall Guys music, which you can find on his channel, so check it out, links down below, it absolutely slaps. Thanks Evan, very cool. So we have now successfully made Bean Guys, but that was the easy part, now comes the hard part, adding multiplayer, I wanna die. But a couple of months ago, I made a multiplayer version for my game Karlson, which you can wishlist on Steam, by the way. We're currently the 23rd most wishlist game on Steam, so make sure to smash versus now, gamers. Anyway, we can use parts of my old multiplayer implementation as a base here, so let's get to work. It's working! It's not working, and that's a lot of errors. Hey there, buddy. Are you okay? And after 13 more hours of crying, the multiplayer code is working better, and we can start the server, connect 2 clients, and they can both play the game and interact with each other. So I'm actually just playing the game with myself here. Now the server works just fine, and I can play with anyone across the entire world. But to do that, I would need friends, and for some reason I can't seem to find friends. I don't know why. I also tried to add some sound effects to the other players, but they just ended up farting a lot, which is kind of weird. Anyway, since the server is now working pretty well, let's try and trick some people into thinking this is actually Fall Guys. So the Fall Guys team released a trailer for Season 2 of Fall Guys, which no one has access to yet. Unless, for example, some random idiot YouTuber made a clone of their game and then remade the entire map, but come on, let's be real, what kind of weirdo would do something like that? So first I remade some of their textures, and then I straight up cloned the entire map, and ta-da! Season 2 of Fall Guys is here. Now before we try and trick people into thinking this is actually real, we still need to do some work. So I started by straight up stealing their logo and changing it from Fall Guys to Bean Guys. I'm sure nobody will notice. Then I put together the main menu, but it's not quite the same because we're missing the rings in the background, and I'm not really quite sure how to do that with shaders or whatever, so I did what I always do when I'm in doubt: Unity's particle system. And after putting together some particles, it now looks pretty convincing. Then I added some more maps. The first one is just 2 logs spinning, but you know what's better than 2 logs spinning? 6 logs spinning. I also added Hexagon Heat, which is a minigame from Mario Party 2, which is amazing by the way, and finally a map with cannons, because cannons are cool.
What is it?
What do you mean, Spoo? It's Fall Guys.
Oh, this is scuff guy.
And with all of this done, it's time to get to work. So first I exported the server as a Linux executable, then I rented a Linux server from Google, and then I looked at some white carrots because honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing, and after a while the server is now up and running. And finally, it's time to see if we can trick some people into thinking this is actually Fall Guys. So I got some of my boys from Discord to join the server, and we started playing some Bean Guys. Why is the thing spinning already?
Everyone should be like...
Oh my god.
Oh no.
At least before the game starts.
Holy shit!
I got it.
It just gets me every time.
You saved me. Thank you. You killed me. Dick.
So after recording a bit of footage, I put together a GIF, posted it on Twitter, and pretended to have access to Season 2 of Fall Guys.
You just gotta think, are your viewers stupid also?
That's true, they are. So this might work.
Oh my god.
This might actually work. A lot of people were confused, some people actually bought it, and some people saw right through me. Now, I think it probably would have worked better if someone else posted it, because when I post it, it's kind of obvious since I'm a game developer that I actually just remade Fall Guys. I also tried posting it on Facebook, which might work better since anyone using Facebook in 2020 might not have that many brain cells left. And I also bought some ad placements on Facebook for this for like 50 bucks, so maybe we can trick some people with that. I don't really know.
Hello, it is me, Danny, a fellow organic human. I totally didn't forget to record the voiceover for this part. Anyway, the Facebook ad has reached 20,000 impressions after 2 days. There are quite a few people tagging their friends who actually thought it was real. There are also a lot of people who realized it was fake. Haha, yes, stupid humans. I will post an update of how the ad goes on my second channel, Danny 2, if anything more fun happens with the ad.
Now, I should probably mention that copying a game is much easier than making a full original game. Also, what I've created here isn't even close to a full game or as good as Fall Guys. This is simply a prototype, and the video is not meant to take away anything from the Fall Guys team or their game, just so we're clear here. Also, my version, Bean Guys, is not available for download for several reasons. The main one is out of respect for the Fall Guys team. I doubt they want some random idiot YouTuber releasing a free garbage version of their game. I sure as hell wouldn't like that. And the second reason is, well, they would probably sue the shit out of me, so... yeah, now that I think about it, maybe that's the main reason instead. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a lot of fun to make. Smash like if you like, smash dislike if you don't, and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Skype, whatever, links down below. Wish this my game Karlson on Steam, or face consequences. Also, massive shout out to Evan King for making music. Check it out as well, links down below. As always, drink milk, hit Billy, and beat your will.
Yeah.
Working?
Let's go.
Oh, dude! Oh, fuck me, that's a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, this was good.
This is gonna suck ass.
check
Right.
I don't know. You're so lucky.
No, I have children.
Let's get this loaf, boys.
No.
What? Nice. Right, I'm coming over.
No.
I'm coming over.
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh, I forgot one. I don't think so.
I'll try that new one.
Bro, okay. Stick on me.
Okay, can't do it, can't do it.
Today, me and the boys are playing Among Us with Sam. I know this one at least. Among Us. The game
To play Among Us.
We're playing Among Us.
Among Us. Among Us. Among Us. Among Us. Among Us.
Among Us.
So everyone on the entire internet is playing Among Us
This is gonna
right
be
now,
slightly
and if you're
painful to
living under a
watch
rock and you
because
somehow
Among Us
don't know
is
what Among Us is, here's the basics.
truly
There's 10 players and 2 of them are evil
nowadays.
imposters. To win the game, you must figure out who the imposters are, but the imposters can win by killing everyone else.
I think
It's
everybody
basically
knows how
Mafia,
Among Us
but
works.
for gamers. Now,
At least
since I
everybody
made Fall Guys recently,
that
I'm gonna take a
was
break
like-
this week and chill out for a bit.
Not like under the age of 7 and or
So,
over
yeah,
the
we're
age
gonna
of
make
like
Among
30
Us and
in the
make it a
past
3D
like
game
since
instead of
2020,
2D.
right? Basically everybody knows it in that age
Okay,
range.
so the first thing
Because
we
the
need
younger people are too stupid to understand it, and the older people don't know shit about online stuff. So
to do is create the player model.
maybe
Now,
maybe
I'm
not 30. I don't know. It's not 30. It's more like 40, I guess. I meant like when I said 30, I meant like some people over 30 wouldn't know it. I didn't mean like all people over 30 don't know online stuff. I meant like you know, like I was saying all people within that range. All people know it, but that doesn't mean there's not other people that know it outside that range. I don't fucking know. I'm
really
stupid.
known for my modeling skills. Actually, I'm not really known for anything, but fortunately for us, the player model is just a bean, so even I should be able to pull this off. And after spending a bit more time than I would like to admit, we now have a bean with glasses and a jetpack. So I got our jetpack bean into Unity, and then I did some googling, found some code for a toon shader, our toon shader. The toon shader is made by Daniel Illette, and it gives our game a sort of 2D art style kind of look, which I'm totally vibing with. So yeah, check out Daniel. He's got a ton of cool shader tutorials. Me. And before going any further, I set up everything in an organized list, because that makes me look like I know what I'm actually doing, which
Alright, I'm gonna check how much money we have. 65,373. Not bad, not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, let's get back to whatever we were doing now.
I don't, so
I'm probably gonna have to
yeah.
go in a
So
minute.
I got some basic
remember.
player movement into the game, allowing you to move around. Now, I just yoinked the movement from my game Karlson, which saved me a lot of time. And oh, you're wondering what Karlson is? Well, I'm glad you asked. Karlson is just a game I'm working on, which is currently the 20th most wishlisted game on Steam. We're trying to get to the #1 spot, so make sure you smash wishlist now, gamers. Currently, though, you're just a gray bean moving around, but we'll fix that later. As a wise man once said, beans. Now, since we have movement, we need something to move around in, and Among Us has 3 different maps, so we're gonna recreate the one called Polus. Mainly just because it has a lava pit you can throw people into, and yeah, honestly, I just want to throw some of my friends and some red boys into the lava pit, because red boys. So I got to work on straight up cloning and recreating the map. Yeah. Now, this is a pretty quick process using Pro Builder, and I've had tons of practice lately since I've been working a lot on making maps for my game Karlson. Now, Karlson is a game I'm working on, and after a while we now got the basic map down. Now, it looks really boring for now, but we'll spice it up soon. We also need a minimap, and if you don't know what a minimap is, it's basically just a small map. So I made a circle, and then using a sprite mask, we can just mask the map inside of the circle. Then we keep track of the player's C rotation and apply it to the minimap. And finally we do the same thing for the player's position, and tada, minimap. Yeah, it's still just a small map. Okay, so one of the most iconic things in Among Us is when you kill another player.
I like it, Kudgy.
And straight up just chop their body in half, leaving
Wow,
only a
that
big
was so
bone
funny.
sticking out. It's almost as big as your
Man, I don't like remembering those Among Us memes from 2020. Those were like cringe as fuck. Anyways.
Always drink your milk for big and healthy bones, gamers.
That is funny that they have like one of them.
Okay, so this should be pretty simple. Let's see here. Literally just chop his body in half. Yeah, chuck a big fat bone in there, and voila, we're done. I mean, listen, I'm not supposed to give my personal opinion here on this channel, but is it just me, or is that bone looking kinda thick? Now we also need to make the kill look a bit more juicy, so we're gonna add some particles using Unity's particle system, a great system for making particles. And here is the result. You can now go shop shop and enemy go bye bye. I'm also gonna be making some sound effects for this using my mouth, which is gonna make it even better, hopefully. But first, I made some UI icons in Photoshop, so I was pretty happy with these icons and didn't realize anything was wrong until my man Spoo pointed it out.
A backward cue?
Shut up. So apparently I don't know how to draw a Q correctly, but I mean, listen, I was never the sharpest bean in the drawer, okay? Don't judge me. And I mean, who cares which way the Q goes? It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. You So anyway, you can now use tasks. You can you kill people. You can report dead bodies, which will take you to the meeting where you can talk shit and lie to your friends, and then throw them in a pool of lava, as you do because you hate your friends. Good vibes.
How are you so bad? Just vote bad! I'm losing my mind!
So we got the basic gameplay done, and the shape of the map is also finished, so it's time to make it look better. I found a couple of free textures from cc0textures.com and got to work on adding details and materials to the map. We also need some props and objects to place around the map, so first I made a box, and then I made a locker, and then I realized I am terrible at making models, and then I started questioning my entire existence. So I headed over to Google Poly instead and downloaded a bunch of free models. I placed them all over the map and added some tiny details here and there, and it now looks much better. Also, yeah, that's a giant drill. Don't ask why. We don't speak about the drill around these parts.
Not sure if I was supposed to show that footage on the stream. We shouldn't talk about the drill, should we? I'm sure it's fine. I probably won't get copyright claimed, right? For talking about the drill, right? The government won't take down my video, will they?
Okay, so we're pretty much done now, right? Psych! Now it's time to actually turn it into a multiplayer game, so you can play the game with others. But I have done this several times already with other games, and Among Us is a really simple game, right? So this should be a walk in the park.
It's fine,
That was rough.
I'm sure.
I haven't slept
Yeah,
in
no, I'm
3
kidding.
days. Code. A lot of code. I want to commit die.
But hey, it's kind of working now. You can walk around, you can see other players walk around, you can kill them, you can have meetings and more. I also added a bunch of scuffed tasks, which are just kind of bad versions of the original ones, but hey, they get the job done.
They're like switches. There's like a billion switches in this game, but usually. Has anyone seen soccer?
Now we're almost finished, but we still need some sound effects, and the most iconic one is of course when you chop off the head of other players. So let's get to work.
Now there's water everywhere.
Then we just apply a little bit of sound editing magic, and when I say a little bit, I mean a ton. To make it go from this to this. It's not 100% like the original version, but I think it sounds pretty good. I also added some walking and ambient sound effects, and here it all is in action. And for the final touches, we need a main menu. So let's see here. Among Us, and yeah, there we go. Scuffed edition. All right, boys, looking pretty good. Finally, let's just polish some of the rough edges, fix a little bit of code, and this should be done pretty quickly.
There's so many errors, so many small things that don't work, so much networking code.
And finally, boys, after like 1.5 weeks of work, we have created Walmart Among Us in 3D. The server is simply a Linux file, so I just chucked it into a Google server, got that baby up and running with some cool-ass Hackerman text, And we can now connect to the server from across the world, get into a lobby, ready up, and once all of the players are ready, 1 or 2 players are made imposters and we can enter the game. Now before I show you some of my 9 million IQ gameplay, you probably want to play this for yourself. Now because of legal reasons, I cannot release this game unless I get permission, and if I get permission, you should be able to find a download in the description, as well as a video informing you how to set up a server and actually play the game. So I'll keep you updated in the description down below. Now keep in mind, it's 100% understandable if they don't allow me to publish the game. From their perspective, I'm just some random idiot who stole their game and made it 3D, so yeah, it's totally understandable. And if you want to play Among Us, just buy the game. It's like $5, I think. It's super cheap. If you want to play the game, just go to Steam and buy it. It's that simple, okay? Cool. But with that being said, here's my 9 million IQ gameplay. Also, make sure to smash subscribe for more garbage. Yeah. Well, we're like 6 imposters. Get them, boys. Get them, boys.
Mashup found it. Didn't we have sus on him before?
No, that's just unfortunate circumstances.
That's the most sus thing I've ever heard. You know what to do, boys. It's painfully obvious. So me and Duke were imposters
so
last
funny.
time, so I feel like I can
2020
trust him
memes were so funny.
I'm outside the window just staring in at Danny and Naz. Hello?
Oh shit, I'm imposter. Let's go. Yeah.
I just watched Snaz walk past me in the hall and then like literally found Nedum like 5 steps away.
Yeah, but where's the buddy?
What?
I'm by electrical, like
Then
the
it
left
must
side
have
of
been right
electrical.
behind me.
Let's
You know
not
what if
talk.
it wasn't
Been a
self-report?
I mean, yeah, I have no alibi. I'm just saying that's what I
So
saw.
did anyone see Jade?
I think we should skip because it's too early, but we should sus Jade and we should sus
Alright, let's keep an eye on
Snaz.
Snaz then, and also
Let's try and do
Jade.
tasks.
It's
Well, it
either
could have also
Jade
been
is
someone
using
who went
reverse
back to
psychology or
the
using
electrical.
reverse psychology.
Who voted
Dude,
me?
my brain hurts. Stop. Shut.
You gonna tell me what happened there?
What happened?
What happened?
Yo, Snaz, what happened? Yo, Snaz, what's up, bro? You ain't off the hook too, Danny. I saw both of you.
Wait, what do you mean?
What is that, a cam?
Wait, what? No.
Where was the body?
Okay. The body is outside of camp. I'm outside the window just staring in. Danny and Naz are just looking at the body. Danny
no!
Oh, dude.
Danny, you're such an idiot.
I'm voting Snaz first.
I'm like, it could be Andy.
Yo, listen. Wait, you got it all wrong. Listen, I was in the window. I see Spoot literally murdering Assidious. And he was with Snaz. Yeah, it was
I was
Spoot and
looking at the
Snaz.
cams. I didn't see.
Yeah.
But I turn around and there's a body. So
Oh.
you said you can kill through walls, though, right? Because Spoo was right outside.
No,
the
it was.
window.
Oh yeah, it was definitely Spoot. Because he was in O2.
This waffle is
And,
great. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember you seen me at a weapon like by
Yeah.
Tom?
Like.
I walk up to lights. The lights get like fixed. I'm looking to the fence. I don't remember who does lights.
I'm going to skip. I have no idea.
You came last. You're late,
It's
Bert.
100% Danny.
No.
I voted Snaz.
I was
voted.
doing lights, and then I saw Spoo kill someone in camps.
I just got there.
Wait,
No, he definitely killed someone.
Bye.
I'm confirmed then. It's
Okay.
No,
like
it's definitely Spoo. What do you mean?
Yeah. No. Oh wait, shut.
Yes, absolutely. Dude, if we win this game, no way. Alright, we just gotta murder like 2 more people, I think. And there we go. Why didn't they vote me off?
Meeting as it goes.
Oh! What? What could have happened?
Okay.
Dude, I saw Jay. Listen, here's the story. I was walking towards the lights to fix the lights, and then I see Purse running away from like a blue body. I'm pretty sure that was Spook.
What? Alright, I got my vote.
I was like at emergency meeting the whole time.
Nah, Chief.
Okay,
No,
thanks for voting for
nobody's
Danny
fighting.
Wait, what?
What is wrong with you?
Danny was in there.
Dude,
Danny, you
easy Dubsky.
I no clue.
was looking left and right, like, don't kill me, and you just
Wait,
dabbed
hold
me.
it. By the way,
Jake,
Danny
you were
got
trolling,
killed
right?
in
Or...
cams, and I was
No, I
just
had no
like,
fucking clue.
Wait, you actually believe me?
Yeah.
I was at emergency the whole time.
I'm playing with a bunch of idiots. Dude, I was playing Team Deathmatch. I was killing everybody.
By the way,
I literally had no idea what was going on.
I was playing Team Deathmatch. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure to smash like if you like, smash dislike if you don't, and subscribe for more trash. Also, remember to drink your milk, hit Billy, and beat your will.
Let's see how much money we got. 6,709. Not bad. Okay, I think I'll try and get another 3,000. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I'll try. Why not?
Okay, turning into Bean in 3, 2,
Go until
1.
like 7 o'clock for me, which is in like 15 minutes or so. Although I guess that would probably take me another 30, so...
Bean impression.
Actually, yeah, I'll probably stop now. Yeah, I'll go ahead and stop. I don't think anybody was watching anyways, but, yeah, see y'all later.